Senator Obama, we've heard a lot of talk about Democrats courting the Christian evangelical vote. You yourself are running as a candidate of faith, and you've said many times that progressives must take the views of the religious right seriously. If the Ten Commandments constitute our greatest source of morality, why is it there are no commandments saying do not rape, do not torture, or do not commit incest, yet there are commandments against swearing, working on Sunday, and making statues to other gods?
Well, I love Bill Maher, and he, I think, rightly points out some of the inconsistencies and hypocrisy in people who mix religion and politics sometimes. I have said it's important for Democrats to reach out to the faith community. And the reason is because 90% of Americans believe in God. It's a source of values. It's a source of their moral compass. And I know it's a source of strength for me and my family. And the way to do it, though, is to understand that, number one, people who are religious don't have a monopoly on morality. And so they got to be careful about being sanctimonious. Number two is that whatever values may be religiously motivated, if you're in the public square, if you are involved in politics, I think you have to translate those moral precepts into something universal that people of different faiths or no faith at all can debate and argue and hopefully at some point come to consensus with you on. And I think the mistake that's been made with respect to the religious right is a literalism that is so rigid that it does not allow for the possibility of somebody of a different faith or a non-believer to engage in a dialogue. And on the other hand, I think it's important for us not to presume that faith has no part in the public square. Look, Martin Luther King, the abolitionists, the suffragettes, Dorothy Day, and I mean, we've got a long history of reform movements being grounded in that sense, often religiously expressed, that we have to extend beyond ourselves and our individual immediate self-interest to think about something larger.
And how has faith most influenced you as a human being?
Oh, I think that I came to Christianity relatively late in life when I was already an adult. So I wasn't steeped in organized religion when I was a child. What I found was that the values that had been taught to me by my mother and my grandparents, the values that I held most dear, were expressed powerfully in the church, and particularly the African American church that I joined. But the faith that I have that's, I think, most important is a basic optimism about people, that there's a core decency, what Lincoln called better angels of our nature that we can appeal to, and that we can't perfect ourselves and we can't perfect the world, but we can continually strive to improve the world and treat each other with kindness and empathy, even in the absence of perfection. And that is what helped to guide me into politics, and that's what sustains me when I make mistakes or when I see some of the tough things that are going on around the world.